President Trump is in his second term, is that right?
That's right.
Who was the president before President Trump?
Joe Biden.
Okay. That's what I thought. I just wanted to clear that up. Are you happy about what happened on January 7th?
January 6th.
Could you speak closer to the mic?
No, I mean, obviously, that is a dark day. As I said, there was violence and vandalism that I think every American would condemn.
So it wouldn't be fair if someone concluded from your answers to my friend Senator Blumenthal that you somehow approved of what happened on January 7th.
No, I don't believe that would be fair.
Yeah, you condemn it, don't you?
I do.
Yeah. And just to clear up any confusion, I was here on January 7th. It was a riot. And it was very inappropriate. But I digress. I just want to clear that up. I don't want to ask how you're going to rule on a case, but I do want to understand how you think. Tell me a little bit about Section 230.
I believe Section 230 is part of the Communications Decency Act. I think it is an immunity for service providers or like Facebook for immunity from being sued for certain types of defamation that some others might post on their websites.
Well, I mean, let's take Facebook. I don't mean to pick on Facebook. Millions and millions and millions of people post on Facebook, and they say some deeply weird stuff, sometimes defamatory. Section 230 just says, look, Facebook, these social media platforms, we're not going to hold them responsible under the law for what somebody else posted, right? That's all it is, right?
That's my understanding, yes.
Because purportedly the social media companies don't have anything to do with the post. You just open an account and you can post whatever you want to, right?
Right.
Okay. But the world's, this whole issue, which has become more and more important, becomes clouded a bit. At least it does in my mind, because these social media platforms are so powerful. I mean, let me put it another. When Facebook started, it was this little group at Harvard, but today it's billions of people, isn't it? It has enormous power, doesn't it?
It does.
I mean, who do you think is more powerful? The state of Louisiana or Facebook?
Well, that's something I'm not sure I could say in certain
Well, I
areas.
can. Facebook.
I'll take your word for it.
Now, should it make a difference if Facebook, through algorithms, makes a decision about what I see? Facebook can't show me all squillion posts out there. So Facebook decides which posts it wants me to see. That's an intentional act by Facebook. Why doesn't that subject them to liability?
Senator Kennedy, so I understand the question, and I think without having the text of Section 230 in front of me, I'm not sure whether
Don't worry about it, it doesn't cover it.
Okay, well then,
I'm just asking how you analyze that.
Well, my understanding as you characterized it is that the rationale behind Section 230 is that since these services, Facebook and others, don't actually edit, it's not their speech.
But you do edit it if you decide what I see, don't you?
So some of that rationale, at least some of the rationale then wouldn't apply in those circumstances. But as you say, if it doesn't cover it, then that would lead potentially either to a different result or perhaps be a reason for this body to consider amending the statute, because I agree with you, the rationale behind it is different.
Well, I'm about to run out of time, but let me give you a concrete example. My spouse, my wife, hates guns. Okay, she believes love is the answer. I believe love is the answer, but I also own a handgun. Suppose Facebook decided that it wanted to change my wife's mind, and they started showing her video after video after video, post after post after post on Facebook to convince her that guns aren't dangerous. That shouldn't be covered by Section 230, should it?
Well, again, I'm not sure whether I would say whether it should or shouldn't, but I will say I agree with the sentiment that the rationale behind it would not seem to apply in the same way that it would if Facebook or others were truly neutral.
Okay. I'm almost done, Mr. Chairman. I promise, I swear to God. Just to check, I don't remember if I brought this up. Who was the president before President Trump?
This last time it was Joe Biden.
Okay, we get that cleared up. Thank you.
In a recent Capitol Hill hearing, Senator John Kennedy used his trademark blend of folksy political theater and sharp questioning to target big tech's favorite legal shield, Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act. After a brief, partisan palate cleanser establishing basic facts about past presidencies and a clear condemnation of the January 6th Capitol riot, Kennedy cut to the core policy debate. Is Facebook a neutral bulletin board or an active editor? Under Section 230, social media platforms are exempt from liability for user content because they are theoretically neutral hosts. Kennedy forcefully dismantled this logic. Platforms use complex algorithms to actively choose which posts a user sees out of millions. Kennedy argued that this curation is an intentional act. If a platform actively curates your feed, even using a hypothetical example of bombarding someone with specific videos to alter their political views, it is acting as an editor. Pressed on this logic, the judicial nominee conceded a pivotal point. When platforms actively curate, the original rationale behind Section 230 no longer applies, signaling a clear need for Congress to consider amending the outdated statute. Don't let Kennedy's, shucks demeanor fool you. While his opening political posturing was standard Washington hygiene, his critique of Section 230 hit a bullseye on the most pressing tech dilemma of our time. Section 230 was written in 1996 for the era of dial-up message boards. Applying it to today's hyper-engineered, algorithmic feeds is entirely unsustainable. Kennedy successfully forced an admission that modern social media companies cannot have it both ways. They cannot claim the legal immunity of a passive utility company while simultaneously engineering the reality of billions of users. It was a masterful encapsulation of why tech immunity is facing a bipartisan reckoning.